each other to a profound degree. Over 100 million people have been forcibly displaced from their homes, and 36 million of those have been forced out of their countries. All forms of media are thriving on tales of violence, dissension and disinformation. Certain news barons make their fortune by paying staff liars to tell lies. There are about 110 armed conflicts going on in the world at the moment, but only the major ones make the news. We don't see the violence in West Papua because foreign journalists are not allowed in there. Can you imagine that? We are in the grip of a rapidly changing climate. The invention of new and deadlier weapons is an industry designed for financial gain. Australia spends 10 times more on weapons than it does on foreign aid, and they are this year's figures.
Shame.
We aim to be among the top 10 arms manufacturers and exporters in the world. That's not about defending ourselves. It's an escalation to the extremes of money making. And as we've heard, more than $300 billion is tied up in the frantic AUKUS bid for submarines, which may not eventuate for decades. No wonder the acronym AUKUS puts Australia first. Because if the United States, the US, had been first, it would have read US UKA. You sucker. Now, friends, many major cities across the world boast a large statue in a public place of a man on a horse. The man usually has his hand raised in power and victory or holding a weapon. Even though horses aren't used in war anymore, the numbers of these statues have risen in this century. It is so strange that today's dictators want to be immortalised on a horse. And today, all over the world, we're celebrating Palm Sunday. And here comes Jesus riding on a donkey. He goes into the temple, the heart of the political and religious power of his time, and upends the tables of the money changers. Jesus rode the donkey of non-violence, not the horse of victory. It was an anti-militarism march, but Jesus wasn't just anti-something. He was showing us an alternate way of being human. The teachings that Jesus gave have changed the world, and they would change even more if we had the courage to imitate him. Imitation is how we learn anything. Just ask those teachers down there, you wonderful people. The fashion industry would collapse without imitation. In sport, almost identical participants engage in almost identical moves to pursue the same goal. Actually, though, sport is a brilliant human intervention to channel our inbuilt imitation into something innocuous like winning a trophy. But friends, forget our individualism. We are the most terrific copycats. And we imitate others in violence. I badmouth you and you call me names. I hit you, you hit me. You shoot my family, I'll shoot yours. You've got big submarines, so we want one too. How about another escalation to extremes? Most people have more goodness in them than violence, so why not escalate that? Why not choose carefully who we imitate? Now, what if everybody here in this park today went home and told someone that you loved them? Or said hello over the fence to someone you usually ignore? Or refused to like some horrible comment on social media? Or said please and thank you in a shop? Or wrote a letter or sent a text congratulating a politician or a teacher or a public figure who did something well? Or argued the point with someone without getting all heated? The man on the donkey really does have the answer. He said to love our enemies. Martin Luther King said, it is love that will save our world and our civilisation. Love even for enemies. But this love is not sentimental and emotional.